Sure, here's a summarized version of the Vinci Code by Dan Brown, written in simple language. Robert Langdon is a professor who knows a lot about symbols. Sophie Neveu is a police officer. They meet in Paris one night when a man is found dead in a museum. The dead man left a strange symbol, and Robert and Sophie try to find out what it means. They discover that it's a clue to a big secret. The clue leads them to more clues, like a treasure hunt. They find out that the clues are part of something called the Holy Grail. Many people think the Holy Grail is a cup, but in this story, it's a secret about Mary Magdalene. She was a secret about Mary Magdalene. She was a special friend of Jesus, and the secret is about her and her family. A bad man named Silas is chasing Robert and Sophie. He's part of a group that doesn't want the secret to be found. Silas hurts people and tries to stop Robert and Sophie. Robert and Sophie go to many places to find the clues. They go to churches, castles, and libraries. They meet Sir Leigh Teabing, who knows a lot about the Holy Grail. He helps them, but they find out he's not a good guy. They find clues in famous paintings by Leonardo da Vinci. The clues are hidden in the art, and only smart people like Robert can see them. Sophie finds out that her family is part of the secret. Her grandpa, who died in the museum, was protecting the secret. He was part of a group called the Priory of Sion. Robert, Sophie, and their friends have to be very clever. They solve puzzles and riddles. They have to think fast because the bad guys are always close. They travel to London and find more clues. They learn about history, religion, and art. The story tells us that things we know might not always be true. Silas and the other bad guys keep trying to catch them. There are fights and scary moments. People are betrayed and friends become enemies. In the end, Robert and Sophie find out where the secret is kept. But they decide not to tell the world. The secret is too big and might make people angry or confused. Sir Leigh Teabing is arrested because he was really a bad guy. Silas feels sorry for what he did and dies. Robert and Sophie are safe, but they are changed by what they learned. The story ends with Robert in Paris, thinking about the secret. He knows where it is, but leaves it alone. The secret of the Holy Grail is still a secret. This book is like a puzzle and an adventure. It's about history, art, and secrets. It tells us that sometimes things are hidden in plain sight, and we have to look closely to see them. Robert and Sophie's adventure is exciting and makes us think. It tells us that it's good to ask questions and look for answers, even if the answers are surprising. That's the end of the story. If you want to know more, you can read the book or watch the movie. It's a story that makes you think and keeps you guessing until the very end. That wraps up another episode of our wonderful journey through books. We traveled page by page, chapter by chapter, discovering the magic that lies within each story. If you enjoyed this adventure and you can't wait to jump into our next book, be sure to follow us on Spotify so you never miss a story. Remember, each book opens a new world, and we're here to guide you through it, one summary at a time. We're making books simpler, easier, and more exciting just for you. Don't forget, you can share our podcast with your friends and family so they can join us on our reading adventures too. And until our next book-filled journey, keep reading, keep learning, and most importantly, keep dreaming. This is Read is the podcast that brings books to life for everyone.